David.
Thank you, David. Yes, we are obviously keeping a close eye on this, as we do for the rest of the situation in the Mediterranean. We're all aware of the problems in the Mediterranean. On the specific case mentioned, the people on the vessels or vessel concerned, it's a vessel leased by the Maltese authorities as a way of keeping those people on it, aboard it. It is the responsibility of the Maltese government to ensure the well-being of the people concerned. Once the quarantine period is over, these people should be brought to a port where they can disembark. We are at the disposal of the Maltese government for any assistance they may request, and we continue to urge member states to work together in a spirit of solidarity to find solutions to such situations. Can I have a quick follow-up? Thanks. What do you think about, do you think the situation on COVID-19 in Malta is so essential, or so worrying, that they need to keep people in quarantine outside their territorial waters? First question. Secondly, basically, what's happening is by sort of tacit silence, member states are able to just go ahead and do things that wouldn't have been possible a couple of years ago. Like platforms and hotspots for disembarking outside territorial waters, outside EU territorial water, because that's what was talked about before. But now member states are basically doing something of that ilk by having leased vessels outside their territorial waters. Are you going to allow them to do that because it's a health emergency, or because of political difficulties, or whatever?
Adalbert.
Back to you, Adalbert. Thank you, David. These are important issues. They are difficult points that you raise. What I can do at this stage is repeat something which I suspect you've already heard. To wit, we recognize the difficulties that the epidemic has given rise to in member states, more specifically in Malta and in Italy. On the other hand, we continue to insist that these member states still have international law obligations when it comes to safety of lives at sea. We urge member states, we expect member states to continue to comply with their obligations under international law. As regards the health situation in Malta specifically, I can't say anything about specific measures they've taken for public health reasons and that the Maltese government chooses to do under their responsibility, because they are the responsibility of governments. We continue to work very closely with all member states concerned. We've often said to all stakeholders, including the Maltese government, that we're prepared to mobilize support mechanisms rapidly for them, funding, operational support for migration-related issues. We've said that to Maltese authorities, and we continue to urge cooperation between member states too. Thank you, Albert. Any other questions?